92, there's a look inside. Georgia Dome, just on the outskirts of downtown Atlanta. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman with officially a 103-yard return. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And got his man complete. 30 yards on the pickup there. And the Packers are going to have a first down. A couple of years ago, Cobb signed that 4-year, $40 million deal. Since then, the numbers have been down a little bit, although last year only played 13 games.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be as concerned with the numbers dropping if I were a Packers fan, because remember, Davante Adams has developed as a player, and his numbers have gone up. You got Jordy Nelson back to full health in 2016. He's going to catch a lot of passes, almost caught 100 in that season. Jared Cook at tight end. That's a new weapon Green Bay didn't have for a while. And don't forget, Randall Cobb spent some time as a running back when all the injuries hit the backfield. So his versatility is still a major plus for Green Bay.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. In motion left is Cobb. Now Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
They begin the drive with Coleman, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On second down, here's Ryan. And this is incomplete. So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Caught out left side by Robinson. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And he motions the wide receiver. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. He's got Sanu. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. First down, Ryan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be first down and Atlanta.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the...
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan drops it off for Coleman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Cobb goes in motion left. Rodgers now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Boy, the evolution of the game.
It's off. Everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now it's Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backward. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the seemingly endless drive continues. On second down, here's Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jordy Nelson from 8 yards out. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Getting it out left side to Sanu. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. Well, if you're going to give him that kind of time, he's just going to shred you.
You might as well put a sofa out there for him. I mean, that's unbelievable because I don't care who you are in coverage. With that amount of time, someone's going to shoot.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, 61 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
In motion left is Cobb. Rodgers going to throw. Buying time to his left. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a play fake here on first down. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, three that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all three could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams. Ooh. They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. Rodgers to throw once more. Steps away. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And they're going to speed things up here. Now it's Ryan. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or a big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Adams the man in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it. Hey, you. Yeah, you. John. Why'd you skip Larry's halftime? I'm just kidding. I don't know who you are. But if you're John, I bet you're pretty freaked out for a second. All right, let's get to the third quarter. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Rodgers finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll give the Packers a first down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, But we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
One back is Lacy. Cobb in motion right. Now it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Packers are going to have a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, Rodgers. It's brought in by Janis. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Holding offense.
And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd and short.
And there was a good opportunity, just went a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Rodgers going to throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Again, they'll throw with Rod. Touchdown, Packers. Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers defense, they ready themselves here. And a really nice job last time. Offense had great field position, but they were able to hold them just 4 plays, and they had to hit the field goal.
We saw the benefits of practice there from the defense, though, didn't we? Because most teams, when they got that type of field position that they have to start defense on, they treat it almost like what we call sudden change. You know, after a turnover or a big kick return, whatever that is, you tell the guys, listen, you got to bow up. You got to get in there. Make sure you don't give up any more than a field goal.
They bowed up all right. Let's see if they bow up again. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
21, there we go. 47, 47. Check, check. Got it. Check 25, check 25. Hey, 51's away. Ready. Crunch. Right. Check. Ready. Hey, got it. Motion.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. It's caught inside the 25. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding offense. The penalty is declined.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punching in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Here's Rodgers, forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Throwing now is Rodgers. Finds his target, Montgomery. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery, 31 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Play clock winding down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Here's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Get up! Left! Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Ready, Wide, get wide. Ready, set up. Let's go. Check. Ready, Check Mike 47, check Mike 47.
Time running out here on the play clock. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Sanu, the man in motion left. Now Ryan. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Daniels with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. Rodgers to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Eight yards still remaining here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And the back goes into motion. Rodgers to throw once more. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
And Crosby puts it through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even...
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Shift together here from the D-line. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll toss it to Coleman. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 7 yards remaining here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He'll look to throw. Finding time. Steps away to his left. The left side throw complete to Adams. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Adams, the man in motion left. Back to throw. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it. Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And it's incomplete. Rodgers has done it before, but he won't get the connection here, and the ball game is over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord.